Good afternoon, everyone. If you would, please start making your way to your seats at this time. Our program will begin in just a few moments. Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome. Our ceremony will begin shortly. At this time, we kindly ask that you find your seats and silence your cell phones, but don't put them away just yet. We encourage you to take photos and videos throughout the ceremony to capture and celebrate this special milestone. As a courtesy to all in attendance, we ask that you refrain from using artificial noisemakers. Now, please rise as we welcome our graduates into the ballroom. Graduates, guests, and distinguished faculty, you may now be seated.
My biggest motivator in going back to school was my family. I am a mother of 9, and I push them to be their best. And just to show them that with 9 children working full time, I could earn the highest level of education there is, that there is nothing they can't do.
I have never walked before. This is my 5th degree, but I had always been deployed in the military. My master's degree in computer science, I was in a combat zone in Baghdad, Iraq. We were under heavy fire, and I was trying to get my assignments put in through the internet cafe. So, finally get to walk.
I've had many challenges that impacted my education. Experience being a victim in a car accident, multiple surgeries, losing family members or so, and then COVID, when the pandemic hit, which altered everything. But I'm here to say that in spite of everything that was thrown my way, I stayed the course.
Good afternoon and welcome. We saved the best for the last, and that's all of you. This is our last ceremony of our commencement weekend, and we reserved it for you because we know this is going to be a fun group. So welcome. And this is one of the most inspiring and memorable days for Trident University International, and that's graduation day. You did it. You made it. And today, you shine. I am Sunita Ramadhu, President of the American Intercontinental University System, which includes Trident University International. It is my distinct pleasure to declare that the 2025 commencement exercises shall now begin. We are honored to have the Robbins Air Force Base Honor Guard with us today to present the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem as you are able.
Colors. Hope. Resent. Hearts. Right shoulder. Hump.
Thank you, Robbins Air Force Base Honor Guard. Will everyone please be seated? Distinguished Board of Trustees, esteemed faculty and staff, cherished alumni, and honored guests, and most importantly, the exceptional, unstoppable, and truly inspiring class of 2025. Thank you for being here today. For over 25 years, Trident has proudly served over 42,000 alumni, of which more than 35,000 have a military affiliation. Our student body reflects bold learners, working professionals, military service members, caregivers, career changers, and dreamers of every kind. Today's graduates are proof that dedication and determination can transform lives. You represent a truly global community, individuals of all ages and backgrounds who dared to believe in a better future and who did the work to get here. Each of you has a story. Some of you studied late at night after long work shifts. Some managed courses while raising families or serving your country. Others overcame personal challenges or took a leap into a brand new field. But all of you kept going. And today, we celebrate your perseverance, your courage, and your growth. We often think of graduation as an ending, but in truth, it is anything but that. It's a beginning. It's a launch pad. The degree that you earn today is just not a credential, but in fact, a catalyst. The world is shifting rapidly, and more than ever, we need thinkers, builders, healers, and leaders like you. No matter where you go, know this: your voice matters, your choices matter, and the journey you've taken to reach this moment has already changed the world in ways that you may not even know. Be proud of how far you've come. Be fearless in what's ahead. And never forget, you belong in every room that you walk into. I can't articulate what it means for me to be standing here for a second year as your president. It is an incredible honor, and as I reflect on my journey to this stage, I see pieces of my story in so many of you. Journeys filled with unexpected turns, sacrifice, and determination. When I graduated from college, I was filled with hope, uncertainty, and a family-driven belief in the power of education to open doors. The journey was not easy, but with each step forward, I discovered strength, resilience, and purpose. That's what makes this day so meaningful for me. It reminds us that education is never just about books or tests. It's about unlocking potential, embracing change, and rising to meet your purpose. And today, I stand before you, having found mine, not just as a university president, but as someone privileged to play a small part in educating and empowering future leaders like yourselves. Thank you. In both certain and uncertain times, I have found that education and the curiosity that drives it offers something invaluable, a rational compass. It points us to knowledge when things are unclear. It helps us make decisions with clarity and not fear. And most importantly, it reminds us that growth is possible, even in the most unfamiliar or difficult chapters of our life. The curiosity that brought you to this moment will serve you again and again in the years to come. If I had to choose one word to describe your graduating class, it would be impact. That's what you've created by completing your degree, by prioritizing education, by which you're now impacting your families, your communities, your workplaces, and most importantly, yourselves. This impact will only grow from this point on. But you did not do this alone. You have the support of your friends and family to support you when you needed them the most. So let's take a moment to thank the people who stood beside you along the way. The parents, partners, siblings, children, friends, colleagues, and mentors who lifted you up when you felt things were just impossible. Your success is shared, and your gratitude means everything to those who helped you get here. I would also like to acknowledge the extraordinary faculty and academic leaders who have guided, challenged, and championed your success. Would the representatives of this group who have joined us on stage today please rise and be recognized? Colleagues, thank you. Graduate and guests who are unable to join in person today, thank you for joining online. Today's commencement ceremony is being viewed right now all around the world via live stream, and we are so glad that you're all able to watch and cheer from afar. As we close this moment and look ahead, I'll leave you with these words from a very wise man, Dr. Seuss, from his book, Oh, the Places You Will Go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to great heights. Step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. You're off to great places. Today's your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Graduates, the world is waiting for your light. You've done the work. You've earned your place. Now step into your future fearlessly. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Aramadou. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, proud family members, and Trident graduates. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce our student speaker for today's commencement ceremony, Sergeant Major Alan E. Thomas, Jr. Sergeant Major Thomas brings with him a record of honorable military service, having been awarded multiple distinguished military honors in recognition of his outstanding contributions and commitments. Currently, as the Senior Enlisted Advisor for the Expeditionary District, he manages a brigade-level unit with thousands of military personnel, expeditionary civilian workforce, and contractors. Sergeant Major Thomas earned a Master's of Arts in Education with a concentration in Adult Education and Training from Trident, graduating summa cum laude with a 4.0 GPA. During his studies, he was inducted into the National Professional Association and Honor Society for Educators in recognition of his academic excellence and commitment to advancing the field of adult learning. In addition to his academic credentials, he is a certified project management professional, underscoring his expertise in strategic planning and operational execution. Due to his exceptional leadership and contributions, Sergeant Major Thomas has received numerous honors, including the 2017 Indiana American Legion Military Person of the Year out of 84,000 members, the 2016 Bronze de Fleury Medal from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and the Order of St. Maurice Centurion from the U.S. Army National Infantry Association and the Chief of Infantry. His leadership was also recognized with other meritorious service medals for outstanding performance. Sergeant Major Thomas is a strong advocate for education and workforce development. He was instrumental in establishing the DoD Starbase at his armory, providing STEM-focused educational experiences for youth. Alan hopes to continue serving Indiana and the broader military community through educational outreach, public policy advocacy, and mentorship. His time at Trident has been transformational in refining his vision for post-military impact. Today, Alan speaks not just as a graduate, but as a voice for every student who dared to dream, who persevered through the pressure, and who is now ready to step boldly into the future. So please join me in welcoming to the stage, with pride and applause, your 2025 Trident graduation student speaker, Sergeant Major Alan E. Thomas, Jr.
Good afternoon to the faculty, graduates, families, and honored guests. As I stand here today, I feel deeply humbled and honored to represent this graduating class. Each of us has arrived at this moment through our own past. Past marked by sacrifice, growth, and a commitment to becoming the best versions of ourselves. My journey has been guided by the spirit of service inspired by my grandfather. He was a World War II veteran who went on to earn his PhD in child psychology and then spent over 30 years in the education system shaping the lives of young people. He always said, it's not always about the big things, because sometimes the little things have the biggest impact. Those words stayed with me throughout my military career and my studies here at Trident. Completing this degree while deployed in the Middle East traveling to over 17 different countries, and leading a $1.2 billion in construction projects for the United States Army Corps of Engineers was no small task. I submitted discussion boards while connected to Starlink and bunkers and wrote papers at 3 a.m. because that was the only window we had without signal jamming. There were nights when rockets passed overhead and uncertainty of each task was a stark reminder of the environment that we were in. Yet throughout all this, the mission and my education remained steady because my grandfather taught me every small step mattered. Many of us balanced late-night assignments, family commitments, full-time jobs, and unexpected life challenges. Trident empowered us to rise above those obstacles through unmatched flexibility, unwavering support, and their commitment to creating a 100% online accessible and mission-driven learning environment, which enabled us to move forward without any regard to our location. I want to thank my family for the unwavering support and sacrifices. To the Indiana National Guard and the United States Army Corps of Engineers, your trust and encouragement fueled this journey. Throughout this program, I learned valuable lessons such as consistency beats intensity every day, and who you are becoming is more important than who you were. These ideas shaped how I approached both my coursework and my service. Trident didn't just provide us with academic knowledge, it strengthened our character. It taught us that failure is success in progress, as Albert Einstein once said, and reminded us that what we are not changing, we are choosing. We all have proven that struggle is a biological requirement for greatness, and today is a proof of that collective strength. Our current situation is not our final destination. It is a launch pad. We are all called to be the gravity and not the orbit in our communities and careers, and to lift the way for others along the way. Remember, if it can happen to one, it can happen to many. And if it can happen to many, it can happen to any. Your achievements today are not just personal victories. They are beacons that light the path for others. There's another principle I have carried with me in my military and academic life. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Too often, we wait for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect confidence before we act. But actual progress is built on the courage forward, even when conditions are not ideal. We are living proof that action, even when imperfect, moves closer to impact. As we step forward, let us not trip over something behind us. Let us remember that our no protects our yes, and our no needs no explanation. And finally, remember, the family you are creating is more important than the family that you come from. Thank you, Trident, for giving us the tools, the platform, and the belief to redefine what is possible. Thank you to my fellow graduates. Your courage, your resilience, together we have shown that no matter the battlefield, whether in life, in education, or in distant shores, we can all emerge stronger. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Let us continue to lead with purpose, serve with humility, and become the leaders our communities need. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Major Thomas, and congratulations. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Mukul Bhalla, Vice Provost of the American Intercontinental University System. It is a pleasure to be here today and celebrate with all of you. Today is indeed the year that all of us, especially your faculty, look forward to all year. Now, it is my distinct honor to welcome an extraordinary leader to the stage today, someone whose career embodies the values of innovation, service, and excellence that we celebrate at this commencement. Dr. Iris C. Gibbs is a renowned physician, educator, and global leader in the field of radiation oncology. A proud alumna of the University of Delaware and Stanford University School of Medicine, Dr. Gibbs has dedicated her career to advancing cutting-edge treatments for brain and spinal tumors. At Stanford, she serves as the professor of radiation oncology and, by courtesy, professor of neurosurgery. And she is the founding co-director of the Stanford CyberKnife's radiosurgery program. Her groundbreaking work in neuro-oncology and commitment to health equity have earned her accolades around the world, including fellowships from the American College of Radiology, ASTRO, and the American Association for Women Radiologists. Dr. Gibbs has authored more than 175 scientific publications and delivered invited lectures on nearly every continent. She has also made a profound impact in academic leadership, serving for nearly a decade as Dean of Medical School Admissions at Stanford, and contributing to numerous boards and initiatives focused on inclusion and excellence in medicine. She is currently the president of the ACR's Council of Affiliated Regional Radiation Oncology Societies and secretary of the California Radiological Society. And through this all work, she remains grounded in faith and service. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to our 2025 commencement speaker, Dr. Iris C. Gibbs.
And thank you, Dr. Bala, for that generous introduction. Good day, graduates, family and friends, faculty and staff, and all of those who are tuning in from across the globe. What an incredible joy it is for me to stand here before you today. And to the resilient and triumphant class of 2025 of Trident University International, congratulations, you made it. Let us take a moment to acknowledge and to thank the distinguished leadership of this remarkable institution, especially President Sunitha Aramudu, the Provost, Dr. Ruki Jayaraman, the Board of Trustees, and the exceptional faculty and administrative leaders and staff across the campuses and the online platforms. Your tireless work and vision have empowered thousands of learners to become leaders, and today, your efforts bear beautiful fruit. Thank you. Trident has its foundations dating back over 25 years, beginning with a bold vision that access to quality education should not be a privilege of the few, but a right for the many, regardless of geography, age, family situation, or life stage. Its mission is alive in you. Students who have balanced work, parenting, service to your community and your country, and also balancing this with your studies to arrive at this moment. Trident values access, innovation, and excellence, and integrity. Integrity in particular is not just a principle, it is a compass. It transforms knowledge into wisdom, leadership into trust, and accomplishment into legacy. Trident prepares innovators in business, protectors of justice, educators shaping our next generation, architects of the digital future and designers bringing beauty and function together, and healthcare leaders safeguarding our wellness. In a world facing unprecedented challenges, your fields are needed now more than ever, not just to function, but to lead with integrity. Let me tell you a story. There was once a boy who decided to build his own car from scratch. Not buy one, not fix one, build one. Others called it impossible, but he studied engines, He learned the magic of pistons and spark plugs and sketched late into the night. And eventually, after months of tinkering, and with a little more than a few leftover bolts, he turned the key. And the car roared to life for only a few seconds. Then it sputtered and died. He didn't give up, though. He rebuilt, refined, and one day he drove it proudly down the driveway before the brakes failed, and it rolled gently into his mother's rose bushes. But then, with more tinkering, and the car went just a little farther, and with a little by little, in iterative progress, soon he found himself driving all over town. And though it was an unconventional car, with a hodgepodge of different colored panels, and with the dents and bruises of his experimentation, he rode with the pride of knowing that this was a product of his own hands. So here's the point. Nothing is impossible. The word itself actually spells I'm possible. With commitment and grit, and with the willingness to keep on going despite setbacks, impossible becomes I'm possible. And here's the twist. That little boy was my brother. A boy who grew up tinkering with engines and commanding military units and leading with wisdom and serving with honor. In many ways, his journey mirrors what we see in our world today, where artificial intelligence blurs the line between science and art. Science unveils what has already exists, and art creates what does not. AI maybe can do a little both. Let us not be like Rip Van Winkle, who went up into a mountain to avoid labor, got drunk, and then slept for 20 years. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. invoked this story in a speech that he gave in 1965 to Oberlin College Commencement. The story was tragic, not that Rip slept for 20 years, but that he slept through a revolution. And in his 1965 speech, Dr. King warned of the danger of being unaware of waking up and realizing that the world had changed and that we missed it. AI is changing how we learn and how we work and how we live. But also, we face shifts in our social and political consciousness, in justice, truth, and equity. So graduates, you are entering at a time of profound technological revolution. So I asked you this question: will you remain awake through this revolution? For sure, artificial intelligence is a phenomenal advancement that holds the promise of changing just about everything that we do. Yet, the world still depends on your real intelligence. Use your skills not just to adapt to that change, but to shape it. Use your tools and your training and your degrees to remain aware. Pair your digital fluency with human dignity. Use your real intelligence, that is your values, your awareness, and your conscience to lead. And as I speak, I am mindful of the truth that it is an honor, a privilege, and a responsibility to stand under a tree that I did not plant. And in this spirit, I acknowledge that we celebrate here in Atlanta, Georgia today on the ancestral land of the Muskogee Creek people, recognizing that the land still holds value for the Muskogee people who lived on, worked on, and nurtured the land, and without whose sacrifice we would not be here. We acknowledge, we honor, and we make visible these Native peoples. Today, as we stand under a tree that we did not plant, we relish the shade that is provided by these visionaries, your mentors, and loved ones who sacrificed and believed, often quietly, so that we might flourish. The branches above us are strong and generous. Our duty is to nourish its roots, and one day to provide shade for others. Every diploma today is rooted in the sacrifices of other people like our parents, our partners, our family, mentors, teachers, service members, and ancestors whose labor made our journeys possible. So if you would indulge me for a moment, graduates, if you can, please rise and thank those who have supported you through this journey. Thank you. Thank you so much. My story began in a small town where my parents instilled in me the belief that faith and effort could break barriers. As a first-generation college student, I pursued my medical degree in spaces where at times I was made to feel invisible. But I learned to trust that passion inside that assured me that I truly belonged. Each of us is charting a unique journey. We are uniquely placed on this earth, arriving in a social and historic context not of our own choosing, a mix of challenges and privileges, all with the mission of defining what we will do with the cards that we are dealt. As we develop, we are shaped by the opportunities and challenges of our condition, and at each step, choose how we will respond. Now, while the career of being a medical doctor and an academic physician had surely been pursued by many before me, I was surrounded and shaped by the continual sense of exploration and curiosity and a thirst for knowledge, which cultivated this naive ambition that I could somehow become someone who I had never even seen before, and that was a woman doctor. I did not just become a doctor, I became the first Black woman to complete training in radiation oncology at Stanford. I was the first to join its radiation oncology faculty and only the second Black woman physician to earn the rank of full professor at Stanford University. And during my career as founding director of the radiosurgery program there, I have been able to continue and contribute to innovative treatments, including robotic radiosurgery that has transformed cancer care. I share these milestones not to boast, but to demonstrate that my presence, my contributions, and my voice matter, not just for me, but for others who will follow. And your presence matters. Whether your work takes you to a boardroom or to a classroom, to a design studio, a police precinct, a server room, or a hospital, you belong. I also share my journey to show that with naive ambition, where obstacles seem imperceptible, you can propel yourself even farther than imaginable. And then when you finally find out and are aware of those obstacles, you have somehow already gathered enough confidence to work hard to overcome them. It was this spirit that helped me along through my training and my career. But even as I speak, I feel that some of you all are saying, well, you know, that's actually not my story. You might say, I made all the wrong choices in different directions, or faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles that were all but invisible. I feel you. Robert Frost once wrote, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled, and that has made all the difference." Many of you all know that truth intimately. You have juggled careers, family, service to your community and your country, and your studies, all to arrive at this celebration. Your path wasn't straight, but it was purposeful. All who have overcome obstacles remind us that the path to greatness is rarely straight or simple, but it always leaves a mark for others to follow. And so whether your path has been winding or straight, the unique experiences of your journey has shaped you and has led you here in grateful celebration of your accomplishments, marking a new beginning, where each and every day offers an opportunity to live out your values. It is easy to speak of values, but a little bit harder to actually live by them, especially when you're standing alone. I have actually found myself in the lonely place of choosing integrity, even when it meant being the only voice in the room to speak up in the face of injustice. While others quietly or privately shared solidarity, I was reminded of the wise words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "The time is always right to do what is right." I chose the road less traveled, of integrity, standing alone, in raising my voice despite the personal and professional risk. But in the end, justice prevailed. I implore you, no matter your field, your circumstance, or your company, stay true to these values of personal integrity, even when it is hard, and even when no one stands by your side, because with faith, you never stand alone. You hold the promise and the possibility of a better future. So, in closing, this diploma is more than a credential. It is a call to responsibility to, number one, pay it forward. Cherish the honor and the responsibility it is to stand under a tree that you did not plant. Plant trees for others. Take the road less traveled. It will make all the difference. Own your belonging. Your voice and vision matter. Let that voice and presence forge new paths of hope. And when you face that next impossible, this is what I want you to hear. Hear that whisper inside that says, "I'm possible." And remain awake during this revolution of technology. Pair your learned skills with moral courage, your creativity with compassion. And we need your real intelligence. Lead with integrity, especially when it is difficult, and above all, stay strong. Congratulations, Trident class of 2025. The world is waiting for your leadership. Shine brightly.
At this time, I would like to take a few moments to recognize our graduates who have dedicated themselves to serving our country as members of the United States Armed Forces. Trident is extremely proud of this distinctive group of graduates. In recognition of your military service to the United States of America, we present graduates with a red, white, and blue cord that you see them wearing today. The Americana military card represents the American flag and serves as a way to distinguish and recognize military and veteran graduates for their service. Graduates who have served and those who are currently serving, please stand to be recognized. This is simply outstanding. Thank you for your sacrifices and bravery. Please be seated.
At this time, we would like to recognize the students who have earned academic achievement honors. Trident celebrates all its graduates today, and all of our graduates, as well as Trident celebrates all our graduates today and takes an added measure of pride in those who have excelled academically. All degree candidates who graduate cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude meaning with distinction, with great distinction, and with highest distinction, are entitled to wear the gold honor cord. Congratulations to all our graduates who earned honors. Will those graduates with an honors rank please stand and be recognized? Congratulations on your achievement. Please be seated. Today, the university would like to single out an exclusive group of students who have earned the highest of academic achievements. At this time, I would like to ask all graduates who have earned the perfect 4.0 GPA, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations on your achievement. Please be seated. Before we move on, we would like to highlight one more very special group of graduates, our Trident triples. A triple is an exceptional alum who has earned 3 or more degrees at Trident. Those of you present, will you please rise and be acknowledged? Congratulations. You may now be seated.
Trident graduates, are you ready? Okay. My name is Dr. Connor Brawl, Vice Provost of the American Intercontinental University System. As Vice Provost, and on behalf of the faculty body, I present these graduates. They have fulfilled the requirements of their respective degree and are deemed by the faculty to be worthy of recognition as graduates of Trident International University. We will start by recognizing our doctoral degree candidates, then move on to master's, bachelor's, and associate degree candidates. We appreciate everyone's patience as each graduate and their guests await this momentous occasion. Doctoral graduates, please rise and make your way to each side of the stage to be recognized for the pinnacle of achievement in your academic careers. Joining me on stage to help with the doctoral hooding ceremony and to present the graduates with their recognition are our academic leaders, including college deans, program chairs, and faculty. Doctoral graduates, I welcome you to walk the stage.
Now presenting Doctor of Philosophy and Business Administration degree candidates. Dwayne Rourke, the Media and Marketing Impact on Purchase Intention.
Michaela Dunn. How can communication, trust, and social support influence the relationship between remote work and employees' work-life balance?
Coretta Green, connecting culture, justice, and citizenship behavior with the military oath of service. Shannon M. Walker, nonprofit organizations and fraud. Do internal control processes matter?
Olusegun
Ijubaiwa, Succession Planning and Knowledge Management as Determinants of Sustainability of Family Business in Southwest Nigeria.
Trey Garner, patient-centered medical home in a manning-restrictive environment.
Leon J. Green, Jr., Healthcare Support Workers, Job Satisfaction, Organizational Commitment on Turnover and Tension with Job Characteristics as a Mediator.
Houdini Wright, a theoretical case study of PEO soldiers' road to audit readiness. Are they on the right glide path?
William A. Quickly II, the influencing factors of employee engagement and employee retention.
Lokita Collier, the leadership effect on the Sexual Violence Prevention Program.
Phil Wright Grant, qualitative case study on enhancing synergies and capabilities within the seismic product line of a corporation.
Nikki Aziko, a case study of the influence of board composition on the roles and contributions of independent non-executive directors to corporate governance in the insurance industry in Nigeria.
Adria Malcolm, Resiliency and Special Education of Teachers.
Crystal Shaw, the deployment of robotic canines and ground robotics in military and law enforcement operations, a comparative case study.
Jeffrey O'Leary, Perceptions of the Factors that Influence Learner Engagement and Their Strategic Implications, a qualitative case study.
Courtney Jean Marie, Exploring Consumer Perspectives on Electric Vehicle Market Expansion, a qualitative approach.
Victoria Little, Examining Factors Influencing the Effectiveness of Department of Veterans Affairs outreach programs to older veterans.
Shanavia Poe, Accounting Practices of Small Businesses in the United States.
John F. Warren, Local Craft Brewing Before and After COVID-19, a qualitative case study.
Kevin Stewart, the interoperability of blockchain and the reinsurance claims process towards transparency, fraud deterrence, and frictional cost reduction within Bermuda's International Financial Center.
Johnny Jones, Jr., Informing about microaggressions and their soldier experiences in human resource areas.
Juan Flores, Impact of Remote Project Management on Stakeholder Engagement at Chiricahua Community Health Centers, Incorporated.
Just want to make sure I say it right. Matthew Baird, Impact of Establishing a Human Resource Management Program in Startups and Small Businesses.
Jesse Gutierrez, Mixed Method Case Study Measuring the Accuracy and Staff Receptiveness on Supervised Machine Learning to Forecast Meal Counts in Schools Participating in the NSLP.
Jamal Bay, Bridging the Gap, Enhancing Communication and Operational Efficiency between U.S. Army Garrison Chaplains and the Chaplain Corps Business Center.
DeAndre Hill, the impact of enterprise resource planning systems on customer satisfaction and operational efficiency, a multi-organizational analysis.
Megan B. Simmons, Enhancing Organizational Effectiveness in the Military through Resilience Building Strategies.
Joseph Swinner, Jr., Refining the Developmental Contract Specialist Program of the U.S. Army Contracting Command's Regional Contracting Center.
Brenda Trimble, The Impact of Enterprise Resource Planning Systems on Retail Workers, a case study on delivering quality service.
Patrick Jean, addressing inefficiencies in service desk operations to improve healthcare management and informatics, a quantitative approach to healthcare management.
Karen Pelletier, lack of women in leadership amongst the transportation industry, a qualitative analysis.
Joy Tillman, a qualitative descriptive study, customer satisfaction in Arizona's full-service salon industry.
Jasmine Marvis Crochon, unveiling the challenges of Army retention, assessing the impact of military pay on job satisfaction and retention rates within the United States Army. Peter Cummings, Workplace Bullying, a qualitative study on government victims' employees' lived experiences to understand the influences of factor of leadership on employee retention. My start. Juan Ortega, how artificial intelligence technology is shaping strategic operations at Tesla Incorporation and the automotive industry in general, a case study. Leah Diaz Abigunwa Binta, exploring the importance of mentorship experiences in developing women into future leaders. Qantas McDowell, Behind the Sales Decline, exploring factors impacting sales at Cane River Kitchenware.
Now presenting Doctor of Philosophy and Education Leadership degree candidates. Audrey Moyo, the relationship between resilience, job performance, and annual income of senior leadership at an urban independent school district in Texas, a quantitative correlation study.
Nadine Sims, leading Jamaican high school educators in educational modality transition during a national crisis, a qualitative phenomenological study.
Alicia Wilson, a casual comparative study of race, age, and family structure on male college students' attitudes towards seeking professional psychological help.
Rosette Jarrett, academic advisors' experiences of online students' mental health needs and services in higher education, a phenomenological study.
Shantae Chester, teacher perception of inappropriate student behavior on academic success, a qualitative descriptive study.
Now presenting Doctor of Education degree candidates. Sonair Ivy, improving literacy skills through the Reading Champion Initiative, a study of selected public primary schools in Lagos State, Southwest Nigeria.
Adrienne Michelle Clayton, Title IX investigations examining stakeholders' perception of bias in cases of sexual harassment and discrimination.
Alexis Kindred, alternative certification program in Texas effectiveness in reducing the state's teacher shortage problem, a quantitative study.
Vanessa Robinson, Title I High School Career and Technical Education, teachers' intent to leave the Title I school system, a qualitative descriptive study.
Deanna Troop Ho, the shift of education in a disruptive landscape, a qualitative study on middle school students' self-determination.
Krista Selvey, the impact of changes in Title IX on university policy and sexual assault cases, a qualitative study.
Travis Egabrod, examining the relationship between early college prep programs and academic socio-emotional outcomes for special education students.
Monica Camp-Riddick Willis, investigating the correlation between clinical pastoral education, chaplains working in U.S. healthcare organizations, and the response to disenfranchised grief in practice and intent to stay, a quantitative study.
Melanie J. Campos Montgomery, motivation and goal attainment of former high school career technical education students.
Lisa Clark, the United States Army Bystander Intervention Program, a qualitative descriptive study.
Michaela Dixon, the influence of risk factors, truancy, and discipline on academic performance in Black middle school students, a qualitative study.
Mark Clark Jr., policy barriers, impact on enlisted leaders, attrition.
Lakeisha Spann, teachers' perceptions about the use of concept-based pedagogy in the middle school math classroom, a qualitative exploratory case study.
Bartholomew Kumasu, factors of the learning environment and instructional planning that motivate urban early childhood students, teachers' experience.
Christine Mutter, educational integrity and the consequences of grade inflation, a qualitative phenomenological study.
Barry Yates, advancing English grammar instruction for ESL students.
Dorothy Doolittle, investigating the perceived priorities and challenges of elementary principals within the context of instructional leadership.
Eugenia Cooley, reimagining literacy assessments, moving beyond standardized tests through personalized learning and culturally responsive assessment practices in small group instructional settings.
Dr. Susan Grace Dubois, virtual learning in the K-12 setting, a doctoral study.
Crystal Covington, the exploration of diverse leadership styles and the creation of culturally responsive K-8 school environments. Tamara Reddick Campbell, improving elementary mathematics proficiency by evaluating the impact of small group instruction utilizing culturally responsive pedagogy on grade 3 students, a qualitative descriptive case study. Lavandus Kirkwood, exploration of youth aggression and the emotional impacts it has on high school teachers.
Now presenting Doctor of Philosophy and Health Sciences degree candidates. Olakemi Christine Williams, e-cigarette use and its association with anxiety symptoms in U.S. adults with anxiety disorder.
Ashley Renee Valenzuela, examining the relationship between African American mental health care utilization and mental health workforce representation, psychological theory.
James Nunn, investigating the impact of telehealth on social connectivity and depression among Medicare beneficiaries.
Claudia Inoosa, obesity-related quality of life, anxiety, depression, and hypertension in Hispanics.
Victoria Leona Edwards, hypothyroidism and the association with obesity in the United States adult population.
Renee Zanata Banks, unseen battles behind the uniform, a structural education analysis of body image, stigma, and resilience in female military service members.
Diane Roxanne Smith, African American men prostate cancer screening and healthcare access post-ACA Medicaid expansion in Ohio.
Clarence St. Hilaire, human papillomavirus factors and associations with cervical cancer among Haitian women in Miami-Dade County, Florida.
Calvin Cola, impact of social media use on psychological well-being of adolescents, a quantitative study.
Samuel Say Coy, the role of moral reasoning in the clinical decision-making of healthcare professionals.
Dr. Bobby Ann Walters, assessment of a universal fall risk program and its impact on reducing patient fall rates in inpatient care.
Now presenting Doctor of Health Administration degree candidates, Abina Riley, an empirical research of the relationship between job satisfaction and supervisor support, communication, workload, recognition, and resources among frontline healthcare workers during the pandemic.
Dr. Tessafaye Tetsamiki, factors associated with severe COVID-19 health outcomes in Virginia's Inova Health System in 2020.
Shanna Cullen, influenza vaccination and hospitalization for low-income minorities in the United States.
Now presenting Doctor of Health Administration degree candidates. Kristen A. Midas, clinical performance evaluation tools to identify identity factors impacting radiologic technology student outcomes.
Nicole Haynes, the impact of telehealth versus in-person medical visits based on outcome.
Brittany Perkins, an exploration of factors associated with no-show appointments at a diabetic patient education center.
Danae Stowers, factors contributing to nurse attrition among registered nurses in inpatient units of non-critical access hospitals.
Rochelle Williams Skinner, caring for veterans from a distance, veteran perceptions, and satisfaction of telehealth during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Smart Asa Yasinsi, now presenting master's degree candidates. Marlon Thomas,
Is it Carasquillo?
Shidasadov Gaurav Ashok,
Jonathan Carasquillo.
Matthew Andrews,
Alan E. Thomas Jr.
Tierra Asar Ose,
Thomas Crowell.
Tabitha Hawkins,
Alexander Hugabook.
Haley Braxton,
Miguel Angel Lugo.
Crystal West Sneed,
Ali Riza Amiri.
Khadidra Ariana Hilton,
Shamar Chambers.
Monique Ferris,
Master Chief Elizabeth Victoria Brown, United States Navy, retired.
Bruchelle Washington,
Chief Petty Officer Risa Ameskita Turner.
Charles Cox,
LaChina Swift.
Candace Moore,
Jakari A. Williams.
Takara Teresa Monique Moore,
Kendall Taylor.
Starletha Johnson, Master Chief, United States Navy, retired.
McDowell Justine Fronda.
Raymond Davison,
Tyrone Cleveland.
Delonte Alford,
Claudia Snowden.
Princess Bullard,
Daryl Bankhead Sr.
Paulette Williams,
Pamela D. Bolden.
Command Master Chief Dennis Lee Hawthorne,
Stephen Cunningham.
Brandon Tolson,
Veronica Bird.
Benny Anderson,
Abigail Escobedo Hallman.
Jason Carter,
Ruben Vargas.
Denitra Weaver,
Brianna Rose Caballero.
Tanisha McCullum,
Tasha Monique Butler.
Shannon Walker,
Andre Jerome Robinson.
Alexandria Tropier Giles,
Maria Estrada.
Chief Warrant Officer, Army Retired Maynard D. Campbell,
Dimitri Marsh Patterson.
Samantha Lee,
Greg Brewer.
Damian Sturdivant,
Della Adkins.
Brian Heckard,
Brian Lee Cox.
Elizabeth Reinhardt,
Cynthia Kalia Fulton.
Shantae Turnwall,
Elmer Loslos.
Zariah Ariel Dantzler,
Warrant Officer 1, Nicholas Deshaun Hodges.
Lena Richardson,
Dana Sagali.
Chief Petty Officer Mohammed.
Raheem Bass,
Chief Petty Officer Mohammed Toure.
Shervy Hercules,
Waukesha Wallace.
Kirsten Carter,
Layla Lesko.
Irvins Desir Akabige,
John Lesko.
Jonathan Teixeira Avery Sr.,
Gregory Workman.
Imelda Alai Maliati,
Clifton Kennedy.
Demetrius Dudley,
Cornelius Walker.
Trevor Highsmith,
Billy Holly.
Sheldon Wilder,
Whitney Hollander.
Nathan Christopher Jones,
Robin Flores.
Robin Gonzalez.
Brandon Hoyadu.
Janet Rodriguez.
Luis Perez.
Ezekiel D. Bolden Jr.
Denevius Davis.
Tamia Charnay Clark.
Paul Alejo Jr.
Doreen Bell.
Stephen Baker.
Marlene Freeney.
Alexis Kai Striblin.
Derek Hertz.
Marquise Smalls.
Tamara Myers.
Tiffany Hawkins. Lloyd Jordan. Bernard Harrison Jr. Jalen Sinclair. Regina Johnson. Raymond Lang Jr. Master Sergeant Robert Summers. Matthew Metter. Isham Span. Anthony John Patterson II. Terry Samuel Felton Jr. Thurman Lofton Jr. Ariel Gonzalez. Trocon Stanton Borber. Fasil Asbite.
Maurice Young. Now presenting bachelor's degree candidates. Javon Perkins.
Shasha Wilson.
U.S. Navy Chief Christy Elizabeth Jackson.
John Hensley.
Jaretha Latanya Stacy.
Linda King.
Deshaun Renee Wakefield.
Omar Askew.
April Mormon Blood.
Kamara Horton.
Asmao Kabore.
Nicolette Nadir.
Chadrick Mims Beasley.
Daedric Hidalgo.
Andre Slowly.
Daryl Barfield.
Ramos Jose.
Jaquavius Jones.
Nigel Markland.
Justin Paul Lamb.
John Anthony Ortiz.
Andres Lorenzo Delgado.
Ryan Recca.
Antonio Cassidy.
Cherie Brewer.
William Scott.
Becca Cleveland.
Senior Chief Kimberly Singleton, United States Navy.
Jason M. Martinich.
Eddie Perkins.
Jose Pineda Jr.
Emaine Rogers.
Stephen 120 Kirksey.
April Verline Dill.
Chris George Gonzalez.
Jade Augustin.
Beverly Echeverria.
Honesty Lark.
Carolyn Ichano.
Andre Brown.
Sarah Jo Cuomo Arado.
Monica Nicole Herner.
Paul Dela Cruz.
Master Chief Paul Fennell.
Chief Warrant Officer Alan Mitchell.
Henrietta Horn.
Master Sergeant U.S. Air Force Adam Reed.
Sam Horn.
Technical Sergeant Elizabeth Green.
Janelle Monique Freeman.
Sergeant First Class Kendrick Marquise Brown.
Akiram Candio.
U.S. Army retired Daniel Ricardo Lee Young.
Eldrick Garcia.
Arlena Moppy.
Jason Shorter.
Chief Petty Officer Lori Albert.
Johnny Edward Ritchie Jr.
Michael Hyman.
Robert Cartwright.
Luis Rene Soto Arau.
Stephanie Riddick.
Staff Sergeant Dean.
Nalani Boone.
Say that first, right?
Staff Sergeant, yes, ma'am.
Staff Sergeant Dean Riddick, USMC, retired.
Kayla Valdez.
Sergeant First Class Marvin Luke, U.S. Army.
Joshua Howell.
Chief Warrant Officer Select Michelle O'Ravitz, United States Coast Guard.
Retired Navy Chief Petty Officer Antonio D. Rice.
Roderick Young, U.S. Army, retired.
Jamel Slater.
Chief Petty Officer Christopher Rosa IV, U.S. Navy, retired.
Danielle Thomas Shelley.
Christine Breedlove Schmitz.
Tamara Nashina Bonner.
Marcus Bird.
Shanice Conway.
Tatiana Siegler.
Chase Connor.
Tiara Lashana Gray.
J.R. Vargas.
Kayana Johnson.
Michael Shane Priester.
Cinnamon Alexis Webster Burton.
Gregory Washington.
Taisha White, U.S. Army, retired.
Mirelia Cruz Acosta.
Staff Sergeant Cassandra Renee Zamora Otero, U.S. Army.
Kiana Gleaton.
Louis Barrett, United States Navy, retired.
Stephanie Derrickson.
Venetia Barrett, United States Navy, retired.
Can we say happy birthday to Rayana Rollins?
Chief Warrant Officer Adjourney McLean, U.S. Navy.
James Wilkins. Jeremy Shea Shepard, Sr. James Adolph, Jr. Kizzy Crane Smalls.
Now presenting associate degree candidates. Sierra Lockett.
Jolene Jimenez O'Handlin.
Say it again. Okay, and is it one Washington? Okay. Sergeant First Class, 1 Washington, U.S. Army.
Rachel Radford.
Victoria Rollins.
Levante Sylvester Hunt.
Tanisha Spruill.
Catherine Mgata. Personnel Specialist, Breland Cluster King. Marquavis Gates.
At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Jay Rahman, our Provost and Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Jay Rahman, please join me at the podium. Dr. Jay Rahman, on behalf of Trident faculty and both the system and academic administration, I present the candidates for all degree levels. Pending the completion and requirements and verification of all official documents, the individuals presented to you have been recommended to receive their degrees by the faculty and administration of Trident University International.
Thank you, Dr. Brawl. Will all the degree candidates please stand? Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the governing board and all of the rights, credence, and privileges thereto pertaining, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the degree you have earned. Undergraduate students, as a symbol of your academic achievements, you will now turn your tassels from the right to the left. This signifies the completion of your baccalaureate degree. Master's and doctoral students, your tassel remains on the left as a symbol of your continuing achievements. Congratulations to all of our graduates. You are officially the class of 2025. You may now be seated.
We are almost at the end of our ceremony, but before we end, just a few words. First off, I want to thank our wonderful volunteers without who today's ceremony would not have been possible. The ones that you see in the blue shirts, both inside and outside, gave a lot of their time and energy to ensuring this ceremony be a success. So please thank them if you see them. Thank you. All of us here at Trident are proud to have been co-travelers on your educational journey. As you walked across the stage today, you were not just closing one chapter, you are rising into a new and exciting future. We know you will be the leader, the dreamer, and the doer you were meant to be. Please remember that although you may have reached your first or your last educational milestone, your relationship with Trident can continue to support you in your future endeavors. We have a growing alumni community, and we invite you to become active participants in the association to help support your fellow alumni, current students, and your community.
Just a few items before the celebrations begin. As the ceremony concludes, I ask that all of you in the audience remain seated until the faculty and graduates have exited through the back doors of the ballroom. Guests and families, you will be able to meet your graduate in the lobby or just outside the lobby near the Signia Hotel. Please feel free to take pictures and preserve this milestone. Lastly, thank you everyone for making this a very special afternoon for all of us. This concludes the 2025 Trident University International Commencement Ceremony. Again, congratulations.